The making of Showtime's Escape at Dannemora started with a phone call to the man who would be an executive producer of the series, Brett Johnson. He had been in a wedding over the weekend and was returning his tuxedo when his phone rang. A producer friend on the line asked if he'd heard about the prison break. Brett had not. He Googled it and was drawn in immediately.
We started working on this on June 11th of 2015.
Just 5 days after murderers Richard Matt and David Sweat did what everyone thought was impossible, slithered through the pipes, under the catwalks, behind the cells, and busted out of a maximum security prison, Clinton Correctional Facility. The first escape in the prison's more than 100-year history.
I think this might be the most well-researched thing that's ever been on TV. One of the scripts I've revised 23 times.
Matt and Sweat were free for 22 days, hiding in the thick brush of the Adirondack woods. Nearly 2,000 law enforcement officers searched day and night, the community on edge, frightened, until a specially trained Border Patrol agent shot and killed Matt. And 2 days later, a New York State trooper shot and wounded Sweat.
I read 3,000 pages of transcripts of every statement that any of these people made, went and met David Sweat in person. I really felt like David Sweat was a guy who was aware that we were there to tell his story and that he wanted to be seen as the brilliant mastermind. Whether that's entirely true or not, the guy was definitely ingenious.
Brett says Sweat called Richard Matt a drunk oaf, and he got the feeling Sweat was a liar. But he also believed Sweat truly felt something for Joyce Mitchell, the civilian tailor shop worker who was convicted of helping in the escape.
When I met him, I said, you know, when I talked to some people who were in that tailor shop, they said that she flirted with a lot of guys. And he said, no, she never flirted with any other guys.
Brett and his co-writer and producer Michael Tolkien knew they wanted Ben Stiller on the project. They didn't know Stiller personally, but Brett was a huge fan. Stiller passed at first, saying he didn't like that there were holes in the story that the writers had to make up. That changed when the Inspector General's report came out on the year anniversary of the escape. Brett sent it to Stiller with a note.
I have to warn you, if you read this thing, I think you're going to want back in. And I think 4 days later, he was back in, and probably 3 weeks after that, we had our first visit up to Plattsburgh.
Much of the series was filmed right where it all happened. Many people played themselves, and locals are a lot of the extras.
There's not a lot of films that have been filmed up here in North Country, and there's a immediate vibe to it that is unique to it, and we wanted that to be part of the show because that's part of the story.
Brett is thrilled with the casting. Benicio del Toro, Paul Dano, Patricia Arquette. Oh, and remember the tuxedo Brett Johnson had to return the day he got the first call about the escape? He never did return it. It's in his closet, and he was charged $600 for it. Worth it, he says, to get a jump on the story. Brett has spent 3 years of his life working on this, waiting for the final product. And he thinks, no, he knows they got it right.
I would say it is the true story as I see it. And I've talked to everybody and I've heard everybody out. I've heard every theory about someone must have cut the holes with the power tool from the outside. I've heard all of those things, and from my perspective, I feel like the story that we're telling is exactly the way it happened.
I want to be a part of your dream.
Brett Johnson is 35 years old. He's also worked on the show Mad Men. He says he and Ben Stiller were not friends before this project, but they get along great now. The 7 parts of Escape at Dannemora will air on Showtime television on Sunday nights starting this Sunday at 10 p.m.